Let's remind ourselves where we've been on this Brexit story, because we are, at the coalface of this. When we watch what's happening with sterling, of course, we see the sterling markets, the stock equities, when they open in London, moving on every twist and turn this week of the Brexit saga. UK domestic stocks, of course, very attached to this story, just in the same way that FTSE 100 has seen that negative correlation stand for so long and then threaten to break down. So this remains a market-moving story. And in the past 24 hours, we've seen these headlines come and go that have suggested reasons to expect a deal and then reasons to doubt that a deal comes through. And major sticking points still remain when it comes to the DUP. Overnight, it looked as if some ground had been made up there, that some progress had been made. Perhaps that is not the case. And the parliamentary arithmetic around this still remains very difficult if Boris Johnson is not able, Matt, to get the support of the DUP.
What are we hearing from Brussels? I mean, I'm sure that that's their main concern. And also, what can Boris Johnson even do to win over the DUP?
Well, just to give you the latest lines then, once again, on what the DUP has said. They've said they've still got 3 objections here. One of them is customs and the way customs checks would be conducted or not. VAT, this is in a late entry into the areas of disagreement on Brexit. Last week we weren't really talking about VAT, sales tax, but now we are. Consent, that remains a big issue for the DUP. This was something that was very topical when I was in Dublin last week and north of the border in Northern Ireland, and it remains so. How exactly you get consent? It looked overnight as if progress had been made on that. Maybe that is not the case. We have heard in the last few minutes from a UK official, so this is the sort of UK government side of things, reacting to what the DUP has said that talks in Brussels still have hurdles to overcome, which we know because the DUP has not agreed to the deal. Focus on of the effort now on talks with EU in Brussels. So sort of a holding statement, if you like, coming through there. But on the upside, the DUP does still say that the conversations with the government are ongoing. So we'll look for those conversations to continue. Whether these disagreements with the DUP can be resolved in the very short term this morning, that remains to be seen.